Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. This is Jennifer. I had a very busy week. Not as much crafting as I wanted, though I did squeeze some in on Sunday and yesterday afternoon, so I do have a couple things to show you guys. What is on my design wall is my pattern, Big Linus Heart, that I did for the Linus Connection years and years ago. This was made by Sarah in Houston. This was in the quilt tops that she donated, and when I was sorting through them, I found it and decided I'm going to put it on the wall. It's very cheerful, and I definitely look forward to quilting that. Linus was on Saturday, and all of that stuff that I showed you guys last week, it's all gone, it's all been donated, and it's all been distributed to the places that it needs to go. So that's always very gratifying after a meeting, and it's time to start all over again. I did not do any quilting over the weekend. I had planned to, but it was really cold in my garage, and I just did not feel like being cold. So it's supposed to warm up again this week, and I will probably try to get some quilting done this weekend. Probably a week ago, I think a week ago today, my husband received a package, and it was from the company he works for, and they were doing a Veterans Day of Service. So basically making a care package for a veteran for the holidays. He had not told me about this at all. So this box comes, and it's basically an empty box that has a sheet of instructions and a blank tote bag and some fabric markers in it. And as soon as he told me that the tote bag needed to be decorated, of course I raised my hand to do that, and we discussed what we might like to do, what would be fun and cheerful for the bag, but also, you know, keeping in mind that this is going to be for a veteran who is currently without a home, which is the whole point of this, is a care package for someone who's like kind of in transition, getting back into civilian life. So I threw out the idea of making it gaming themed because gamers are everywhere. My husband works for a gaming company. My entire family, with the exception of me, I'm a puzzle person. Everyone else are gamers. So we did what I called the Hero's Bag of Holding, which is gaming phrase, and if you guys are gamers, you're gonna know that. So I'm moving over here because I don't have it with me. We had to ship it out almost immediately after we got it finished. So it went out yesterday, and this is what it looks like. I designed this in the Cricut design space. The border already existed, but I modified it because it was really chunky and I didn't want it to be quite so chunky. And then the text was written by me, but it was using a font that's in the software. So I cut that out as a stencil because they did send fabric markers, and I wanted to use the fabric markers they sent. It turns out the ones we got were kind of dry. It didn't really work very well, so I ended up pulling out my own stuff, used my own fabric paint and fabric markers to finish it up. I really love the way it came out. I thought it was really fun. My husband liked it. I did make that design in Design Space. I just added it out there, so if you have a Cricut, you can find it. It's under my name on Cricut. Design Space is So Hooked Jen, so you can find me. I've only got like 2 things out there. It's a start, and I can't help myself, so I did that, and I did the ghost t-shirt that I wore for Halloween. That's also on there. The point of the tote bag is it's supposed to be filled with gifts, and we chose, or I should say my husband chose, hats and scarves and gloves. He got some new sets that he found on the wish list that was provided to him, and that's what we stuffed this guy full of. So the other thing I've been working on are Christmas ornaments. So I actually went to Michael's with my son, and we found these, and you guys know I love a hexagon. So these were half price, so all of these were like $1 the day of when we got these. So I picked up 6 of these, and then my son had the best idea, and I ended up ordering some more because I'm gonna make a bunch of these. So apparently you can get dice boxes that are hexagon shaped. The first idea was to just put the dice in there. So I did this one, and these are just polyhedric dice. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. These are representative of gaming dice. So I did this. This one is okay. I'm pretty happy with it. This was actually the 3rd try. The first 2 tries didn't work at all. Like, they didn't even make it close to being an ornament. They went in the garbage. So after I got this one done, my son was like, you know, it would be cool if you could make it actually look like the inside of the gaming box. And I was like, okay, you need to explain. So we looked at some pictures. What he wanted me to do was to outline the spaces the dice were going to go in. So I had some basswood, and I was like, oh cool, you know what I wanted? I want to cut some hexagons out. I'm going to try that. And I had failure number 1 because the hole was too close to the point. And then failure number 2, not because it was too close to the point, but when it cut the hole, it actually popped the end off. And you can see it even the back is like damaged. So this was actually marker. So that part worked really well. So I could do this without the hole, but I just went, you know what, I have these acrylic ones, so I'm going to go back to that. So I went back into the Design Space, and I came up with this. So this one is silver metallic with holographic. I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna make these for all the gamers in my life, and there are quite a few of them, so hopefully they're not watching, but if they are, no big deal, because I'm gonna try to give them these before Christmas so that they have a gaming ornament to hang on their tree. My husband and I actually did a little bit of crafting together. I stumbled on Danish hearts, which are also called Danish baskets, and I'm sure there's a Danish word that I don't know. This is a Christmas ornament that he grew up with. One whole side of his family was Danish. His grandparents were first generation Danish immigrants to Texas. Their parents immigrated to Texas and they were born here. So his grandmother always made these. His family made them. We saw them everywhere when we visited during the holidays and whatnot. And there was one in Design Space, and I thought, well, you know, I can cut a piece of paper and see if I can do this. So I cut the paper and he and I both made one. These are really cool. They're entirely woven. The only thing glued on is this. This part, there's no glue. This is totally woven, so that's really cool. We also tried it in wrapping paper, which this was a double-sided wrapping paper. You can tell because it's curling a little bit. See, like it's kind of curling the wrong way. I really like the way that came out. That one's really cute too, but I definitely want to cut more of these out. I'm gonna have them out for Thanksgiving so that all of the very fiddly-handed people that are going to be in my house will have something fun to do. But wait, there's more. Those aren't the only Christmas ornaments I've made. That's pretty much all I've done in the last week besides the tote bag where just make ornaments. 'Tis the season, right? And I do love making Christmas ornaments. So yesterday I spent a ridiculous amount of time in the afternoon, probably 2 hours, designing 3 Christmas ornaments. I wanted them to be really special. I wanted to have them done before Thanksgiving because I'm going to give them out to the young people who are part of my family. So like the young adults, I should say. You know, their youngest is about to be 25, so they're not that young anymore. They're my young people. So I'm going to show you these, but I'm going to cover their names because that's kind of the agreement we have, is that I just don't say their name in my videos. I don't post their names online. So I'm going to do my best to show you these without disclosing their names. This one you can see the top of because this is for Sarah from here, who does Talk to Me Tuesday occasionally, and the name of her significant other is right there. And these are actually glass ornaments. The text came from Design Space, and then I found this little tree guy and I combined them and tweaked it and shrunk it and enlarged it, and then finally came up with something I was happy with. This one is for my eldest and her fiance. I did the little heart with the 22 or the 2022 and the ribbon. I put that together. That was all me. And then the text also came from Design Space. And this one is for my youngest, and this is actually the Skyrim dragon, which I digitized and used just for the ornament because he's having a Skyrim renaissance right now. So I did that, and then it's got the date at the bottom. So I loved making those. I loved working with the clear ornaments, so I really want to do more of those, and I'm sure if I have more, I will show you more next week. And just for fun, I'm going to show you what I do my weeding in. So weeding is when you remove the excess, the part you don't need from the vinyl when you cut it out from your Cricut. This is like an empty Clorox wipe container. It probably wasn't Clorox, it was probably 7th generation, but you get the point. So I've been sticking some of my weeding on there. So I have a bunch from doing the the gaming dies. That's pretty much all I've done so far. There are a couple of tiny little hearts on there as well from other stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I've just been sticking anything that looks like something on there, and I thought that was kind of fun. My plan for the rest of the year for quilting is I've actually exceeded my personal goal for the year already. I met my goal in like September, so I have exceeded my goal for the year. So my plan is for the rest of the year to only quilt tops that other people have given me, and then next year I'll focus on the ones that I made during BFF retreat so I can work on my 2023 goal. I don't know how many I'll get done the rest of the year because we have so many plans for between now and the end of December. I just don't know, but I will do what I can, get as many quilted as I can, so I'll have some to turn in December. Okay guys, you have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. I hope if you are a Thanksgiving person or a Friendsgiving person that you get to spend your time with someone you care about. If not, you know, hey, reach out and let me know so I can send you some love on that day. I will be with family, but I'm always happy to say hi to friends. And you guys, I love you. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.